Right now, it's 6 seats sold out. La Crosse's newest airline takes flight. And the canceled Holman Cornfest sparks a grassroots effort to bring it back. What organizers need to revive the event.
You're watching WKDT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at 6.
Good evening and thank you for joining us for News 8 Now at 6. I'm Emily Brown. Ken is on assignment. Well, today's the day. Allegiant Airlines officially launched its new service from La Crosse to Mesa, Arizona. News 8 Now's Jadis McGee shows us what it means for travelers.
Today marks a big milestone here at the La Crosse Regional Airport. Allegiant Airlines launched its first nonstop service from La Crosse today, offering twice-weekly direct flights to Phoenix Mesa. For travelers, the impact is immediate, cutting out long layovers and extra travel time.
It is game-changing. Yeah, you lose an entire day flying into the cities or flying through Chicago, so this is just fantastic.
Airport officials say nonstop routes make travel simpler and more reliable.
Having nonstop direct flights to a destination is an incredible convenience. You don't have to worry about connecting at another airport, worrying about missing another flight, any sort of delays involved in missing another flight. So it just makes that whole trip that much easier and quicker for families.
The first flight sold all 177 of its available seats. Allegiant also plans to extend its service to Orlando in May. Leaders say today's launch reflects years of work to expand service for the Coulee region.
Today is about celebration, okay? Progress, teamwork, the momentum that we built together as a community to say that we want to compete.
And United Airlines is returning to the airport. The airline will offer 4 daily nonstop flights to Chicago's O'Hare Airport. That service starts on May 7th. Developing now, Wisconsin's Department of Workforce Development accusing a major Burger King franchisor of more than 1,600 child labor and wage violations. The agency says Cave Enterprises allowed nearly 600 14 and 15-year-olds to work without permits. The state ordering the company to pay back $237,000 in wages owed to the teens. Cave Enterprises operates more than 100 Burger Kings across the state. A News 8 Now follow-up. After an outpour of community support, Holman Cornfest organizers are reconsidering canceling the event. They say if enough donations are received to cover increased costs, they'll keep the festival running. Organizers originally decided to cancel the event due to funding challenges and a shortage of volunteers.
We were just overwhelmed with the amount of feedback on that. We've been approached by several different businesses and locals offering to help with volunteer time, sponsorship.
Now, Cornfest has been a tradition in Holman for more than 6 decades. Well, in Westby, you can feel the energy. The Snowflake Ski Jump Tournament is underway, and News 8 Now's Brooklyn Hine is there live. Brooklyn, what's the mood like out there?
Emily, people are already gathering out here, and everyone coming through has that big smile on their face. Lots of excitement in the air tonight. Now, it was a bit windy out here before, but that has since died down a little bit, which I'm told is much better conditions for those skiers who are brave enough to do that jump coming up. Now, the opening ceremony will kick off shortly, followed by the junior ski jumping tournament. Organizers say the event brings a big economic boom to the Westby community.
This is probably the largest event that Westby sees annually, so it does build a lot of tourism in the area, and it helps all around.
Now, the ski tournament isn't over tonight. On Saturday, skiers take flight for the main event, the 378-foot-high Olympic-sized hill. Like I said before, people are gathering, getting their hot chocolate, ready for tonight's events. The opening ceremony will begin at 6:30. Live in Westby, Brooklyn Hine, News 8 Now.
Looks like so much fun. Thank you, Brooklyn. UWL Athletics celebrating its first ever championship parade. It's to honor the men's cross country team who won the NCAA Division III National Championship this fall, and other UWL teams that qualified for the postseason in their respective sport.
I'd love to thank our administration, our school's administration, for putting on the event. I think it was awesome to be recognized. The hard work that our student athletes do, not just the postseason teams, but all the teams in the department, the work that the student athletes put in just being recognized in any fashion by the school is awesome.
The parade began at Mitchell Hall, looping through campus before ending near the clock tower. Well, it was a nice, warmer day of a Friday. Definitely did feel that wind still, though. Nicole.
Yeah, the wind was kind of a day ruiner. It was still very pleasant out as far as temperatures go, but of course on our warmest day of recent memory we had to have those breezier conditions. We do have a warmer, less breezy stretch ahead of us, but we have to get through this weekend first. Here's a look at our observed highs. 39 in La Crosse, 36 in Eau Claire. Some folks further to the south, Prairie du Chien actually rising into the low 40s, but those temperatures have fallen pretty quickly now. Since a cold front passed through just a couple hours ago, we're starting to see those colder temperatures funnel right in, especially for areas further to the north, feeling that cold air a little bit sooner now. So as we go throughout the rest of the evening, La Crosse holding off just for a couple more hours in at least that mild territory, but once we get past about 8 or 9 o'clock, we start to see those temperatures dipping down into the teens. Eau Claire likely getting there much earlier. Winds still going to be prominent across the next hour or so, but they do start to lighten up as we go into the overnight period, and then we're left with, thankfully, a much less breezy weekend, but of course it is going to be quite chilly out there, especially for tomorrow. Warmer already as we go into next week, and it's going to be quite warm, so I'll have the details in a little bit.
All right, we like that. Thank you, Nicole. Well, after 150 years, today is the last day for Kroner's Hardware's current owners. The shop will stay put in downtown La Crosse. New local owners will take over the business, and we caught up with owner Bill Kroner to reflect on his time in the business.
We've been appreciative of all the customers we've had all over the years, and I was lucky enough to work with my dad and my uncle, and they were able to work with their dad and their uncle, and so we've been fortunate. We had really good employees all the way through too.
Now the store will close temporarily during the ownership handoff. Children's Miracle Network kicking off their 2026 campaign. Former hero families gathering at the Gunderson's Integrated Center for Education, celebrating the impact the program made for their kids and family.
We had a lot of support the last 2 years going through his treatment, and it just helped take the edge off of treatment and thinking about funds and different things. So it's nice to be able to give back while he's feeling good.
Local businesses and organizations were also recognized for their work with the program. And we have a big night of high school hoops action, including a key matchup over in West Salem. News 8 Now's Kate Overton joins us with all the details. Kate.
Yeah, Emily, a huge game tonight as West Salem is currently ranked 10th in Division II, and they're hosting GET, who is ranked 8th in Division III. Both of these teams entered tonight with just 2 losses on the season. However, West Salem took down the Redhawks earlier in January and have control of the Cooley Conference. So if West Salem wins tonight, they'll have full control and a 2-game lead in the standings. But if GET wins, we will be tied at the top. The JV game just going into halftime now. Kickoff for this one coming up at 7 o'clock. But later in the show, I'll have a live interview with head coach of the Panthers, Shane Schmeling. So be sure to stay tuned. We'll have all the highlights at 10 o'clock for the Friday Night Frenzy. Emily.
All right, looking forward to it. Thanks, Cade. Still to come, a federal crackdown on drones. The new enforcement policy bringing hefty fines and suspensions. Plus, an M&M recall in 20 states. The warning the FDA is giving to consumers.
Monday morning, energy costs are rising. We'll tell you what's behind the surge, why you should call your doctor on Mindful Monday, and a warmer day is on the way when we see you at 5 a.m.
I'm the lead foreman here at Asher Lasting Exteriors. I enjoy seeing the customers get excited about their new windows and doors. They seem to really like the product we install. I enjoy the job, and I love what I do.
We are the Dillos. We are from Northern Kentucky. Being out in a rural area, coverage is pretty hit and miss with other carriers, so switching to T-Mobile solved a lot of problems that we had.
I'm able to use T-Satellite now. We've got coverage no matter where we're at.
America's best network needs off-the-grid satellite coverage with T-Satellite. And now, for a limited time, get our most value-packed plan ever. Families can save over $1,000 a year versus Verizon and AT&T on streaming, satellite, and more benefits that they leave out.
It's the President's Week sale at Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota, a huge store-wide event. Shop now for big sale prices, 24-month financing, and free gas just for shopping Drury's. Only at Drury's will you find the biggest brands like Hanadel, FlexSteel, Stressless, and La-Z-Boy, plus a design team to help you pull it all together. Great sale prices, 24-month financing, and free gas. Now during the President's Week sale at Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota. Family owned for 100 years.
I do like knowing the person that's sitting across from my desk. I've formed a lot of relationships over the years based on trust. When I see the look on a member's face when I say, yes, this loan is good, you're good to go, it makes me happy. To me, being the team you can trust is honesty. When you do a loan with me at Firefighters Credit Union, like everything we do, it's not about the car, it's about you.
Everybody's welcome at Firefighters Credit Union.
I'm a lead foreman here at Asher Lasting Exteriors. I enjoy seeing the customers get excited about their new windows and doors. They seem to really like the product we install. I enjoy the job, and I love what I do.
Investigators continue searching for the mother of Today Show co-host Savannah Guthrie. Nancy Guthrie disappeared from her Tucson home 6 days ago. Pima County Sheriff Chris Nanos confirms blood found outside her home belongs to the missing woman. Investigators are analyzing DNA and fingerprint evidence. The FBI is reviewing a ransom note demanding Bitcoin with 2 deadlines. One has passed, the next is Monday.
We need a way to communicate with you so we can move forward. But first, we have to know that you have our mom.
The FBI is offering a $50,000 reward for information leading to her safe return. Sheriff Nanos says his department is operating under the assumption Nancy Guthrie is still alive. Luigi Mangione's state trial is now set to begin in June, months before he is scheduled to face federal charges for the murder of a healthcare chief executive. Mangione's federal trial is currently scheduled for September. He faces life in prison if convicted of the most serious state or federal charges. The Federal Aviation Administration is cracking down on drones. It says it'll be more aggressive about enforcing safety and authorization regulations. A new FAA policy update this year requires legal action if drones endanger the public, violate airspace rules, or assist in a crime. Penalties include fines up to $75,000 and license suspensions. The FDA is recalling more than 6,000 promotional M&M bags that may contain undeclared allergens. The recalled products include peanut and regular M&Ms with promotional labels. They were distributed to Wisconsin, Minnesota, Iowa, and 17 other states. People with milk, soy, or peanut allergies should not eat them and throw them out. We'll have more news ahead, but first.
We had a mild end to the week today, but we have a brief stretch of colder weather ahead of us as we start the weekend off. I'll have the details coming up right after the break.
President's Day is a time to honor all presidents, past and present. And at King Furniture, we're giving you the opportunity to save some presidents with huge discounts throughout our entire store.
King Furniture.
Nice people.
Nice furniture.
Earn now, spend later at Blaine's Farm and Fleet. Now through February 11th, rewards members earn $10 in Blaine's Bucks for every $100 spent in store. Redeemable just like cash, February 19th to March 4th. Start earning today on these women's Skechers shoes. Rewards members save $50. 1-pound bags of Blaine's brand Party Crunch Mix, just $4.99. Plus, try free samples in store during our snacking event this Friday and Saturday. Earn Blaine's Bucks now to spend later just like cash, only at Blaine's Farm and Fleet. Be an original.
You're a hard worker. Provide for your family and help out in your community. You've been there for so many others. But when life challenges you, when rising costs, unexpected repairs, medical bills, or simply a rough stretch make it hard to keep up on a limited or low income, you're not alone. Your local Wisconsin energy and emergency assistance providers are here for you, working together to keep you safely in your home and your heat and power on. If you're struggling with high utility bills, facing a disconnect notice, or dealing with a furnace emergency and your limited or low income isn't enough, support is available. Visit www.heat.help or call 1-800-506-5596 to apply for a hand up.
In 1969, Taco John's combined Western traditions with Mexican flavors and created West Mex. More than 50 years later, it still tastes like a good idea. West Mex meals start at just $5, only at Taco John's.
This adorable shelter pet wants to meet you and your family today. The News 8 Now Pet of the Week is brought to you by Wisconsin Veterinary Orthopedics.
President's Day is a time to honor all presidents, past and present. And at King Furniture, we're giving you the opportunity to save some presidents with huge discounts throughout our entire store.
King Furniture. Nice people. Nice furniture.
We definitely saw a breezy day today. We're still going to see those winds blowing just lightly as we go throughout the rest of the evening, but they really should start to die down now in the next couple hours. So still breezy through about 8 or 9 o'clock. Notice also blowing out of the north throughout the entirety of the night. Since that cold front passed through earlier today, we're seeing that northerly flow bring in much cooler air settling in for tomorrow. We do have some improvement though coming around very quickly as we move into tomorrow for our winds. In the morning, next to no wind at all, a little bit of a breeze as we go into the afternoon, but not nearly as windy as we were today. And also notice the direction. Starting to see those winds becoming a lot more southerly as we go into tomorrow. Going to take some time for that southerly flow to bring in some warmer air, but it will, and it will feel quite nice as we get into next week, the very start of next week. Still have to get through a little bit of a chillier start to the weekend though. Nothing too cold, but definitely cooler than we were today, especially in the morning hours with that northerly flow and mostly clear skies overnight. We're expecting much of the area to dip down into the single digits by the time we wake up in the morning. 6 degrees in La Crosse, 0 in Eau Claire. Folks further north of I-94 could be dipping into the negatives briefly as we start the day off. By the time the afternoon comes around, we'll have some more sunshine to start the day. A little bit more cloud coverage moving in later on, and of course less wind. So not feeling just as windy as we were today, although still cooler. 24 in La Crosse, 21 in Eau Claire, just a couple degrees below average. Overall, nothing too unseasonably cold by any means for this time of year, but definitely going to feel cooler after the milder end to the week that we saw. It doesn't last for too long, though. We could have a little bit of snowfall going into Saturday night. Overall, it's really looking to be a mostly dry weekend and even start to next week as well. The temperatures are going to be the main story here, but still a light chance for some snow overall. So starting tomorrow morning on our sky tracker, have some cloud coverage again moving in later on in the afternoon. So we'll have a sunny start, but it does become a little bit more cloudy as we go later on in the day. By the evening, the main part of this snowy system really stays well off to the northeast, but we could still see some spotty flurries passing through, not so much in the evening, maybe into the overnight period after the midnight hour. Talking very, very light snow, little to no accumulation at all expected with this. Maybe seeing a couple snowflakes out there early Sunday morning, but it likely won't last for more than maybe a couple hours because we do warm up as we go into Sunday afternoon. Not super warm, but still climbing back closer to average, if not slightly above. So here's our temperature trend going into the weekend. Again, Saturday going to be our coolest one. Our average high now close to around 29, so we'll be about 5 degrees below average as we go into Sunday, rising just above that. And then of course Monday and Tuesday really going to be the bright spots going into the week. Highs in the low 40s for most of the area. Folks further north of I-94 still at least climbing into the very upper 30s, so that puts most of the area around 10 to 15 degrees above average to start the week off. We get a tad milder as we go into the second half of the week, but even then it's looking like we're going to be staying at least near, if not definitely above average for multiple days in a row. We've needed it. We paid our karma with that cold stretch, so this is looking really nice.
Yeah. Yeah, it's about time we just have some relief and enjoy. Yep. All right, thanks, Nicole. Coming up next in sports, another busy night of basketball awaits. And before we catch all the highlights in the frenzy at 10, we're live from a key game in the Cooley Conference. Jacob is up next.
Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions, your choice for quality, affordable windows, installed by our experienced team. Contact us or stop into our showroom today for your free estimate.
At Top Dog Retreat in West Salem, your pup isn't just boarded, they're pampered. From tail-wagging daycare to cozy overnight stays, we treat every dog like our own. Safe, clean, and full of fun. Book today at booktopdog.com. Top Dog Retreat, a bark above the rest.
It's one of our biggest sales of the year. Get this Ashley sofa for just $339. Get up to 60% off list during our huge President's Day sale at Slumberland Furniture. Get this reclining sofa for just $499. A Lazy Boy recliner for just $399. Get a Sealy Posturepedic mattress for just $799 with a free adjustable base. Pay no interest for up to 60 months on select purchases with approved credit. The huge President's Day sale at Slumberland. Absolutely the best time to buy.
The pain was excruciating. It was bone on bone. And the orthopedic surgeon said, you need surgery. I didn't want the downtime.
Then Leo found QC Kinetics, the nation's leader in regenerative therapy and experts in resolving chronic joint pain with no surgery, no drugs, and no downtime.
And I said, that's what I want. They can give me the help that I need.
Leo joined thousands who have found lasting relief from their chronic pain. Find out if you're a candidate by calling for a free consultation, 715-469-6462.
That inflammation went away and the pain went away. I'm able to work. Then I can do the things that I want to do now. I would recommend regenerative medicine over surgery any day. I got the help that I needed.
Don't let pain control your life any longer. For your free consultation, call QC Kinetics today, 715-469-6462, 715-469-6462.
At Top Dog Retreat in West Salem, we've got it all. Playful daycare, cozy overnight boarding, and a boutique full of treats, toys, and gear. Your pup gets love, care, and plenty of tail-wagging fun, and you get peace of mind. Top Dog Retreat, a bark above the rest.
Covering all the exciting action from your community, here's News 8 Now Sports with Jacob Lenzendorf.
Well, tonight we have got another week of the Friday Night Frenzy. More great games as conference races are getting tight. But maybe the best game in the area and possibly one of the best in the state is taking place at West Salem High School. The Panthers hosting Cooley Conference foe GET in a big-time matchup. And for more, we welcome in Cade Overton, who was there ahead of tonight's game. Cade?
Yeah, Jacob, West Salem currently ranked 10th in Division II. They're hosting GET, as you mentioned, and the Redhawks are currently ranked 8th in Division III. So stakes are high, but it's even higher in the Cooley Conference as West Salem has a one-game lead over GET. The Panthers took down the Redhawks earlier in January, and now we're going to welcome in head coach of the Panthers, Coach Shane Schmalin. Coach, it's your first year as head coach here at West Salem, but you're not new. You were an assistant coach for 3 years. You were also a head coach with the Bangor girls, won a state title, so you've got a lot of experience. But did you always want to get back into head coaching? What made you take the head coaching job here at West Salem?
Yeah, you know, when I got out of the girls' job, it was a good time to step away from that program. But yeah, I had hopes to get back into it, and ideally on a boys' side. And when Coach Wagner, we've been friends for 30, 40 years. When he asked me to come help, it was you know, kind of an easy decision. And when he decided he was going to walk away, I had familiarity with the kids and the program, so it was just kind of an easy decision.
Well, everything's been going great so far this season. You've got the Panthers off and rolling. What are some of their strengths on this team? Where do you get the advantage out on the court?
Well, first of all, we've got great leadership out of our seniors, Nate Dillaber and Spencer Kammel, and Drew McConkey as a junior is a great leader. Probably offensive rebounding is our biggest strength. Our kids really get after it on the glass, and we've really played some really good defense all year. And then the other thing is we're very, very balanced. In the past, we've kind of leaned on a couple, one or two guys to score here, and this year we're a lot more balanced, which makes us a little bit harder to defend, I think.
All right, Coach, big game here tonight. You took down the Redhawks earlier this season. What kind of challenges do they bring? What do you have to do on the court to get a win tonight?
Well, they've certainly got some talent. Obviously, Brown's a very, very nice player. He hasn't been healthy a lot of this year. You know, I kind of warned our kids the first game, you know, ended up being a 28-point win or something. I said it's certainly not going to be that easy tonight. But, you know, anytime you got talent like Brown out there and Tyson's shooting the heck out of the ball, shooting almost 50% on threes for the season. Fabian's a really nice player. He had 22 against us last time. So when you're facing that kind of talent, we got to be ready to defend. So that's going to be our primary focus tonight. That's, you know, we always start off with what we have to do to defend the other team, and then we'll take whatever offense we get.
Appreciate it, Coach. Thank you so much for your time. Best of luck out there.
Thank you.
That's not the only game. We'll have, of course, highlights of this one, 10 out of 10, but we'll have games from all across the area. So be sure to tune in to the Friday Night Frenzy at 10 o'clock. Jacob.
All right, Kay, thank you very much. Now it's time to announce the News 8 Play of the Week winner, and it is La Crosse Central's Logan Lenzer for this spectacular display of strength last weekend at the West Coast Regional in Holmen. Lenzer has spina bifida, but that did not stop him from deadlifting 185 pounds with one arm right here. Congratulations to Logan. All right, that's going to do it for sports. One final check on your forecast next.
It's Ashley's biggest mattress sale of the year. Shop incredible President's Day deals, like getting a free adjustable base with select mattress purchase, or pay no interest for 72 months on top bedding brands. Going on now at Ashley's President's Day mattress sale.
I'm a window and door lead foreman here at Asher Lasting Exteriors. It's nice to work for a company that's been around for 50 years. I enjoy coming to work every day. We have a good family culture here at Asher. I enjoy seeing the customers get excited about their new windows and doors. They seem to really like the product we install. I enjoy the job, and I love what I do.
Freedom is the ability to choose the path that makes you happy. When you need a truck to get you from the job site to the campsite, drive your story with a new Ram or a new Jeep from Pischke Motors.
Stop in now to get a brand new Jeep, Ram, Dodge, Fiat, or Chrysler. Whether it's for work or play, we've got the vehicle for you. We have a wide selection of every model. Nothing beats getting in the driver's seat. So stop in today. Go to Pischke.com, Pischke Motors West Salem, or Pischke Motors La Crosse. Ashley's President's Day sale is going on now. Discover incredible deals with Hot Buy starting at just $349. Or take advantage of no money down with no interest for 60 months. These President's Day savings won't last long, so don't miss out. Only at Ashley.
Well, we'll have a chilly start to the weekend on La Crosse on Saturday. Highs in the low and mid-20s across the area, but they bounce back around as we go into Sunday, back to at least near freezing and pretty dry through the weekend as well. Less winds compared to today, but really all eyes, of course, are looking towards the start of next week. 44 for your Monday high, 43 on Tuesday. We dip down slightly through the end of the week, but I really can't complain about the mid-30s this time of year.
Beach on Monday for me.
You Wisconsinite. All right, thanks for joining us at 6. We'll see you at 10.